Hey guys, OJ here, bringing you guys my Clash of Kings Week 2 battle. This week, our team is going up against the FlamingScorpions. Our opponent in particular is ArcticWeavile, very cool guy. I actually know him because we played on the same team in PGP, Pokemon Grand Prix, which is kind of like another League War type thing where it was, multiple Wi-Fi leagues squaring off against each other. We both played on NCP, which is pretty cool, so I kind of have a mindset on how the guy preps and how he plays. Played really well in the tournament, actually, and played some pretty good coaches and pulled out some pretty good wins, so hopefully we can overcome him this week. Though we're using the same roster that we used last week, different set of 6 obviously though, with different sets and things like that. But just a quick little rundown of what we're bringing. We are bringing a choice Scarfed Stunky with I believe Pursuit, Crunch, Play Rough, and Defog. Defog obviously for the potential of webs right here, potential rocks just in case they do go up. Figured having a form of house removal this week would be pretty nice. Then we're rocking out with a Fightinium Z Mienfoo with Fake Out, Fate, High Jump Kick, and Knockoff. And I stumbled over my words there a little bit. He doesn't really have a good fighting resist on his team. If you look right now, I guess he has the Swaddle, which I expect to go down pretty early, and he has Abra, and Abra definitely dies to a Z High Jump Kick into Feint or Fake Out if he wants to bring that in on hard on my Mienfoo, which doesn't seem like the best idea in my opinion. Otherwise, he just kind of sacks to it. Then we have a SD Berry Juice Doduo once again, kind of serving as our win con this game. Return, Brave Bird, and Quick Attack. If we can break the sash on the Abra, break potential sash on the Swaddle, and then chip the Archon down just a tiny bit, we should be able to win with our Doduo again, provided we set up ourselves correctly. We also have to chip that Chinchou into range as well. Then we have a pretty cool Magnemite set right here. We're rocking out with a Recycle, Endure, Flash Cannon, and Toxic set. We're rocking Mono Flash Cannon, Toxic for everything else that we don't really hit very hard, like the Chinchou. This is actually one of my better Chinchou checks, believe it or not, but I can't obviously run Thunderbolt to hit that because I do expect him to be Volt Absorb in this matchup. Chinchou is very, very annoying for my team to deal with, in all honesty. Then next up we have a Palossand, rocking out with the Eviolite, Shoreup, Psychic, Shadow Ball. Actually, I don't remember if we're Shadow Ball or Earth Power. We might be Earth Power. I think we're Earth Power. We're Earth Power, Psychic, Shore Up, and Stealth Rock. It's going to be our rocker this week. It's going to be a good Mienfoo check. We're usually never 2-hit KO by that thing, even if he is knockoff, unless he's, very, if he's like Adamant or something like that. We should be able to live and eat pretty well. And then we have a Calm Mind Chingling with Psychic, Dazzling Gleam, Recover, and Calm Mind, obviously. Rocking out the Colbur Berry, helps versus Mienfoo, gives us a secondary check to that. And it also gives us a way to lure the Alolan Meowth that he actually didn't end up bringing, which I was very surprised about. I thought that mon was really, really annoying for my team to deal with. But yeah, with that being said, you can see the 6 my opponent brought: Abra, Chinchou, Mienfoo, Numel, Swaddle, and Archon. I am just going to lead off with my Mienfoo. Let's slow it down a little bit. I'm going to lead off with my Mienfoo because I figure there's no drawback. I can try and throw a Fake Out on something turn 1. He leads with his Mienfoo, revealing that he also does have the Fake Out. And this turn right here, I am going to switch out. I want to scout for the potential Z-Fly and High Jump Kick. If he actually wins speed typing, that I'm not Eviolite, he can actually potentially knock me out. So I want to scout, and I'm going to go into my Palossand, get my regen back because I am Regenerator Mienfoo, as he does actually end up popping the Z-Fly. So he used Z-Bounce, which was a pretty cool bring in this matchup to potentially lure my own Mienfoo right here in a one-on-one situation. He's going to go for the knock off my Eviolite. I'm going to go for the Shore Up, get back up to a pretty healthy amount right here, as he's just going to keep spamming knockoff. You're going to see it's doing about 40% each time. This shows me that he's either not max attack Jolly, or the fact that he's just, not very heavily invested. This turn, I'm going to go for a Psychic. In all honesty, I probably should have kept spamming the Shore Up at least one more turn, because then I probably would have been out of range of another knockoff based on that knockoff right there, or the knockoffs that he's been doing. That they've been doing 40% pretty much each time, depending on weird little cup rolls and stuff like that. I probably should have kept spamming Shore Up, but nonetheless, I am just going to get off some big Psychic damage right here. He's going to go for another knockoff, knock me out, which is unfortunate, but I didn't really need Palossand in this matchup. Rocks would have been nice, but again, we'll be okay. I'm going to go out into my Doduo. I know this thing's not Scarf. I'm going to force out. I'm going to go for a return, knowing that he probably won't want to stay in as he goes into the Numel. You're going to see this is a very, very bulky Numel, but we are going to be able to 2-hit KO right here. He was max defense Eviolite based on that, but Doduo is a very, very strong mon. He's going to go out into the Chinchou, and I know I can't ever knock this thing out, so I'm going to go out into my Magnemite. He's going to go for the Volt Switch. Very fair play on his end, grabbing himself some momentum. There's no reason I should stand with my Dodo right there. He's going to go into the Archon. I'm going to go for Endure just to scout to see what this wants to do. If he wants to go for Earthquake, I'll get my Sturdy back, which will be nice. He ends up going for the U-turn, though, which ticks me off. Maybe he might be Scarf, something like that. He could be dual Scarf in this matchup. He's going to go into the Abra, which screams Hidden Power Ground. I'm going to go into my Chingling, which I figured was pretty no drawback, and I'm going to start setting up some Calm Mind, seeing if this Chingling can put in some work right here. Oh no, I go for a Dazzling Gleam first, just to try and break the potential Sash in case he was Shadow Ball or something like that. I figured breaking Sash would be really beneficial here. As he's going to go into the Sibwaddle, he's going to set up his webs as I set up a Calm Mind, and then I'm going to throw off a big Psychic right here, do 44% to this thing, as Energy Ball does only 25% to me at +1. So he is a special a special Sibwaddle, which is very, very nice for me. He's going to go for another Energy Ball. I'm going to just recover up right here, get back up to full, as he does end up going for an Electro Web, bringing down my speed a little bit, which is completely fine, though. I've only taken 8% damage, and I don't need this to outspeed everything on his team, as he's going to go for one more Energy Ball. I'm going to go for a Psychic, knock this thing out, which is very, very nice. Now he's going to go out into his Mienfoo, and now this is a perfect situation. He's probably going to go for a Fake Out right here, just to get as much chip as possible, but in order for him to knock me out with this knockoff, my play is 100% to stand, because in order for him to knock me out, he needs an absolute max roll on my on my Chingling. Sorry, there's too many CH mons. He needs an absolute max roll, and we can obviously knock him out with a Psychic ourselves, and he has no more, he has no resist or immunities on his team, so if he wants to pivot around, you know, that's, another KO for me pretty much. So I am going to stay and go for the Psychic. He does go for the knockoff, does not get the roll. We do go for a Psychic, and we're able to knock out this Mienfoo, which is phenomenal. This thing was a huge, huge threat versus our team, but being able to knock that thing out is obviously great. So right here, he's going to go into the Archon, go for the U-turn, knock out our Chingling, but it put in a ton of work. Being able to knock out 2 monsters to tier 5 is obviously super, super beneficial for us, as he is going to go out into his own Chinchou. I'm going to go into my Mienfoo, and I'm just going to throw off my Flyinium Z, my Phytinium Z. He has nothing to switch into this thing at all, and I know Chinchou can never knock me out from full. I'm going to go for that. In comes the Archon, which is phenomenal. Being able to knock out this thing makes my Magnemite really, really good in this endgame, potentially, if I can get some damage on this Abra right here. As I am going to go for the Feint, just sacking off my Mienfoo, being able to break this thing's potential sass, which is what I'm thinking it is, honestly, in this matchup, being that I have a Stunky. He's gonna, I'm gonna go out into my Stunky right here, and I'm gonna go for a Scarf Crunch. He must not have been creeping a max speed Stunky, or he must have been just kind of banking on the fact that I wasn't Scarf and getting up webs to outspeed me, but I am going to be able to get the crunch off, knock out this Abra. I 2-hit KO the Chinchou coming in anyways, so this game's pretty much locked up at this point, provided we play it correctly in this endgame. He's going to go for a Hydro Pump, showing us that he was a Choice Scarf Chinchou. I'm going to be able to get some big crunch damage off, which is very important before my Stunky goes down, because this is going to mean that I can basically 1v1 this thing with my Magnemite. Even though he's locked into Hydro Pump, I can effectively PP stall him out of it with Endure, Recycle, and stuff like that. As I am going to go for the Endure this turn. He goes for Hydro Pump, brings us down into range. We get our Sturdy back up, as I'm just going to keep spamming Recycle until he misses, which is unfortunately the first turn. Now this doesn't really matter, it just kind of spit up the inevitable, because now instead of being able to PP stall him, I'm going to be able to throw off a Toxic this next turn, and then start recycling all over him again, and kind of repeating the process until this game's over. He's going to go for the Hydro Pump. I'm going to go back up to full, get this Toxic off. We do thankfully hit, again speeding up the process in this end game, as he does start taking a little bit of chip. And then we're going to just spam Recycle at this point, because I don't really have a play otherwise. I mean, I guess I would win otherwise with my Dodo. I could go in and I can click Quick Attack at this point, probably after one more turn Toxic Chip, but I'd rather keep the differential if at all possible. We're going to start, you know, recycling up. At this point, I believe he's at one more Hydro Pump, so regardless, this next turn, this game will be over, and we're going to be able to pick up a nice 2-0 victory against Arctic right here. And yeah, we're able to start 2-0 in Clash of Kings, which is very, very nice. I'm glad that we're doing well for our team. We're actually the first game of the week for week 2 in our game right here. So hopefully our team can, you know, continue to do well. Last week we actually did end up winning, which is really cool, starting off 1-0. You know, as definite underdogs in this tournament, to say the least. So hopefully we can keep up the momentum, keep doing well, the rest of our team can do well, and all that stuff. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys later.